Hi class! As you know, we have been studying different habitats and the animals that live in them. Today we are going to learn about the coral reef habitat. After you finish watching the video, please make sure you fill out your worksheet and bring it to class tomorrow. Have fun! This is what a coral reef habitat looks like. Coral reefs are underwater structures that are found all around the world in tropical and subtropical oceans. They are one of the most diverse ecosystems in the world. Coral reefs make up only 0.1% of the entire ocean. That is a very small amount. This small area is home to 25% of the world's fish. That means that over 1 million of the aquatic species live here. Coral reefs are built by tiny polyps that look like upside-down jellyfish. Thousands of polyps live together to form a coral community. Polyps excrete exoskeletons beneath them. Remember, an exoskeleton is a skeleton that is outside of the body. These exoskeletons are limestone and build up over long periods of time, which forms the structure of a coral reef. These graphs demonstrate how much of the ocean is made up of coral reefs, and how much of the ocean's animal population lives in coral reef habitats. As you can see, the graph on the left represents that only 0.1% of the ocean is made up of coral reefs. The graph on the right represents that 25% of the ocean's animal population lives in that tiny 1%. Pretty amazing. Here you can see a picture of the coral polyps. The diagram next to the picture shows how a coral polyp catches food through its tentacles, eats through its mouth, and creates the coral reef with its limestone skeleton. There are three main types of coral reefs. A fringing reef is close to the coast in shallow waters. A barrier reef is large and continuous and is separated from land by a lagoon or a shallow body of water. Atolls are located near the sea surface on top of underwater islands or inactive volcanoes. It's important to remember that all three of these different types of reefs also hold different types of habitats as well. As you probably remember from our other lessons about habitats, a habitat is the natural home and environment for the life and growth of an organism. Millions of species depend on coral reefs as a habitat because it provides protection from predators, safe breeding areas, and it helps to create many complex food webs. Like I said before, millions of animals depend on coral reefs as their habitat. One of these animals is the parrotfish. The parrotfish survives by eating harmful algae that grows on the coral. Algae can kill the polyps and destroy the coral, so the parrotfish is also helping the reef by eating the algae. Parrotfishes excrete ground up coral as sand, and one parrotfish can excrete 200 pounds of sand a year. Another animal that depends on coral reefs as their habitat is the reef shark. Reef sharks are the main predators of the reef. This means they are at the top of the food chain. Reef sharks hunt animals and fish that live near the reef. They have even created their own method of hunting by using the reef to herd and catch their prey. Now that you have learned a little bit about the coral reef as a habitat, it is time for you to complete your worksheets that you got in class today. You just saw two examples of animals that depend on the coral reef as their habitat. At the top of your worksheet, there is a website you need to go to. At this website, you will find several animals with coral reef habitats. You will need to click on an animal you want to learn more about. Then read about the animal and all the different species. On your worksheet, write down what animal and species you chose and write 2 unique facts about your animal. Then write a discussion question about coral reefs that we can talk about as a whole class tomorrow. Bring your facts and questions to class tomorrow and be ready for discussions about the coral reef habitats and its inhabitants. Have a great night!